we've already assigned alpha the value of 135 degrees and beta the value of 30 degrees. The reason for this is because alpha minus beta is then equal to 105 degrees, the value that we're trying to evaluate cosine at. So our formula is the following. The cosine of one angle minus another is equal to this guy up here, which is the cosine of alpha, the first angle, times the cosine of the second angle plus the sine of the first angle times the sine of the second angle. So let's go ahead and plug the values in for alpha and beta. So we would get the cosine of 135 minus 30 should be equal to the cosine of 135 times the cosine of 30 plus the sine of 135 times the sine value of 30. So this is going to give me the cosine of 105 is equal to, now the cosine value at 135 is going to be equal to negative square root of 2 over 2. So we're going to take that value and multiply it by the cosine at just 30 degrees, which is the square root of 3 over 2. We'll add to that the sine at 135, which is positive square root of 2 over 2, and the sine at 30 degrees, which is just 1/2. So the cosine of 105 degrees will be equal to, now you want to multiply fractions top by top, bottom by bottom, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So this will give me negative square root of 6 over 4. So 2 times 3, so a side note, if you have the square root of a times the square root of b, you can put them together to be the square root of a times b, like that. So plus, now I've got the square root of 2 times 1, which is just root 2, and then 2 times 2, which is 4. So let's just put those together. And this is going to be square root of 2 minus the square root of 6 all over 4. So what I want to do is grab my calculator here. I just want to show you that this is the actual value of cosine of 105. So if we take the square root of 2 and subtract the square root of 6, this is obviously a negative number up here because square root of 6 is bigger than square root of 2. And we're going to divide that by 4. We get negative 0.2588. And if we take the cosine value of 105 degrees, we get that exact same number. So this guy down here is a non-approximated or an exact value of the cosine at 105 degrees. So we're going to use this formula up here to evaluate the difference of two angles. So this is the difference formula for two angles involving the cosine function.